Hello and welcome to another episode of Total Ramblings and another Lego review. If you are a regular viewer of this channel, don't know, might have a few, you might remember that a couple of months ago I specifically went to Southampton to buy this set. It's an iconic British institution, if you like. Now, Lego have called it the Red London telephone box. It is set number 21347 and it has 1,460 pieces. Yeah, okay, you do get these things in London, but you get them also all around the country. Now, obviously, these days, you know, we've got mobile phones and what have you. A lot of these got trashed. A lot of these in real world got replaced with a more modern design, which nobody really liked. A lot of them have been converted into sort of miniature libraries, interestingly. There are still quite a few operating as telephones, but, you know, it's not just a London thing is what I'm trying to say. They're all over the country and they are sort of iconic, really. So we've also got, you know, red London double-decker buses. Again, you get double-decker buses all around the country, but in London they are always red, pretty much. We've got red pillar boxes, post boxes. You know, it's just kind of part of the scenery, really. Obviously, I am a born and bred UK citizen. And as soon as I saw this set, I thought, yes, I've got to have it. Now, obviously, I haven't had time to build it yet. I actually went onto eBay and bought a miniature, sort of minifig scale red telephone box just because I thought it was cool. So if I've already said this, I'm sorry. But of course, the moment I saw this, I thought, yes, I've got to have it. It's a Lego Ideas set. It comes in this lovely sort of, you know, black box. I'm actually really looking forward to building this. I think it's going to be really cool. So what I'm going to do is I am going to rip it open in a sec and I will join you in about 10 seconds time to show you the set. But for me, what's it going to be? Maybe a couple of hours? Don't know. Anyway, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Tuning in is not really a thing on YouTube, is it? You know, people tuning in. It's like data tapes in Star Wars. They don't actually have tapes. It's just like an old-fashioned, you know, tuning in. Anyway, yeah, sorry, rambling again now. See you in a minute. Now at this point, if you've been paying attention, the astute among you will realise that I have made a dreadful, dreadful mistake. These here have got holes in, and me being the rushing old idiot that I am, I started building this way instead of this way. So I've had to strip off this whole board and do it again. Nothing to do with the instructions, that's just my fault for being an idiot and trying to watch TV at the same time. Right, everybody, I hope you had fun watching that speeded up build. It is finished. It's a lovely looking set. It's not just obviously the foam box, we've got a complete diorama here. The lamppost seems a little bit wobbly, if I'm honest with you, but I'm not really sure what else you could have done. We've got some lovely prints here at the top. We've got the telephone print and the sort of crown print. Building this, not as tedious as you might think. I actually quite like doing windows, and in fact you only ever kind of do like 6 at a time, to be honest with you. Some lovely railings at the back here, they're very nice. We've got a brick wall complete with a sort of hidden grate or gutter underneath there. That's very good. We've got some vegetation. I generally don't like building vegetation because I find it a bit tedious. It's not, the sort of shapes don't really float my boat, you know, but hey, it adds a nice bit of colour to this and it's very nicely done. It's just that I would rather build sort of spaceships and things, but that's just me. So we've got a couple of sort of hanging baskets there, a little sort of flower pot here. As I say, this is a little bit wobbly-dobbly, but whatever. Of course, the main feature is the telephone box itself. This base, probably the most tedious element, particularly as I had to do it twice, as you will have seen from my blooper in the middle of the video there. I started building it the wrong way round and these bollard pieces weren't able to come through, so I had to strip it all off and turn it around. But that's my fault, it's not the instructions fault. At the top here, we have the light very nicely hidden, and actually the whole telephone box illuminates inside. It's really nicely done. My only slight concern is that this removes very easily. It's held on by four 2x2 jumpers, and I actually had trouble fitting it in. This didn't quite sit properly to start with, and then to put this in, you really had to sort of press. And I mean, it's not so bad now. I just, perhaps a little bit of a weak point. We've got the door here, and we've got some colours showing through, only grey, nothing sort of like horrendous like blue or anything like that, so that's quite nice. I like this sort of side detailing here. As I say, I like the windows, and if we open the door, you can see the one thing I don't like. There's a phone book here. Now, I don't like Lego sets that have loose elements inside them. I would much prefer them to be attached. Essentially, if I can get my fingers in here, the phone book sits in this little nook here, but the moment you move this set, that falls out. We've got a nice tiled floor here. There were options to build two versions of this. We've got a sort of 1950s version where the phone just kind of sits on the counter here with obviously different adverts. And then we've got this more sort of later one, which is the one I'm familiar with, which is kind of more like the 1970s kind of style, where you've got the phone actually sort of mounts into a box. And that's the one I chose to build because it's the phone boxes I remember. Now, because you've got two different versions of this set or the interior to build, you do get quite a lot of extra stickers. This is the sticker sheet, and you can see here the stickers are more sort of, talking about sort of 1950s kind of era adverts, I think, advert for hats, perhaps even earlier. Whereas the adverts here are a bit more appropriate to the era. Door opens and closes nicely. Very well done there. And in fact, if I can angle up, you can see here the dome is beautifully integrated. It looks really splendid when it's lit up. And as you can see, just zoom that back down again, the whole interior lights up. They've really done a good job on the illumination here. So yeah, I like it a lot. What I would really like, if you didn't see in the time lapse, this is the instruction manual. There is just one. Now, what I would like them to do, I don't know whether they've still got the Doctor Who license, would be if Lego were perhaps build a police box / TARDIS in this scale, because I think that would work really well. And I think that would look great on a sort of mega fig, if you like, street scene. We've got a print here for the name of the road, Buildmore Road. What does that say? City of Brixton. Yeah. Brixton, very nice. Alternate spelling of the real Brixton there. Yeah, the railing is really cool. So yeah, that's the build complete. It took me a couple of hours. Obviously didn't help that I had to redo the base, but there we go. Well, one thing I forgot to say, because you've kind of got this option of doing sort of two interiors, these are the sort of spare parts that you're left with. I might have made a mistake in that I've got these bits left. As I say, I hate doing vegetation. Probably shouldn't have these pieces left over. I'll check that in a minute. But basically, these are sort of the alternative pieces for the interior. You can't build both at once. Otherwise, I would have kind of built the sort of panel as an alternate and maybe swapped it out every now and then. But you can't actually do that. So that's just one other thing I thought I'd mention. So there we go, one of my Lego reviews. I don't know, haven't edited this yet, obviously, so I don't know whether the building angle even works, to be honest with you, but it's something new to try. I hope you've enjoyed this build. I really had a lot of fun building it, apart from my mistake with the base, as I say, where I had to sort of strip the whole thing off and redo it. But no, I think this was an excellent build. I really liked it. It was exactly what I was expecting. It's a lovely splash of colour. I think it would look great on anyone's shelf or desk or table or whatever. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this episode of Total Ramblings, and I will see you next time for some more general random stuff, some more Doctor Who reviews, and probably some more Lego reviews at some point. See ya! If you enjoy what I do here, although I can't think why, please remember to click the like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. You might also want to check out my website, www.worldsbestestpoet.com, if you fancy a laugh.